So previously, I drew the most entertaining NBA starting five and the most unstoppable NBA starting five. But now, I'm gonna draw an NBA villain starting five. So I'm gonna draw position by position and make a team full of villains. Also later in the video, I'll test this team out in NBA 2K as well. But man, let's get started with our point guard. So of course, man, if we're talking a villain point guard, a villain at this spot, it gotta be Trey. And you know I gotta sketch him in an ice tray pose. I gotta make him look like he's shivering, so that's what I'm loosely laying the foundational lines on this paper for. Gotta be in a signature pose. Now listen, bro, I'm actually like really hyped to put this team together to make a squad of villains. I really want this to look like a team of villains, like kind of like the Akatsuki. But hey, y'all gotta help me put this team together throughout the video, cause not only do I want them to look villainy, but I gotta make them competitive too. I'm trying to build a squad that can win a couple chips. You know, they can't just look tough. They gotta actually be tough on the court. But last year, you know, I actually did draw out my top 5 villains of all time. So, you know, I'm gonna have to get back in that bag for this video as well. And I meant to say this at the top of the video, but I'm only doing current NBA players for this villain list right now. You know, I know there's a lot of villains from the 80s and 90s, but right now we're going current. Now, man, the initial sketch I had of Trey was looking a little rough, so I went ahead and cleaned it up, had to add some ink to it as well. I'm gonna go ahead right now and sprinkle some color on my guy.
Cash for me, don't worry about my past for me. I'm driving with no gasoline, this life I live's a fantasy. Yeah, I do this for my dogs, all my day ones in my family. My life gon' live through them.
Listen, I might as well ask y'all, do you agree with this Trae Young choice at point guard for the villains? Because another option I did have was Russell Westbrook, just because he plays angry, like his play style, especially prime Westbrook. But Trae, you know, because of what he does to New York like every year, he got to be in his role. Can't be Ice Trae without the ice hands, so I got to add that. But listen, the point guard position is officially filled. We got our guy Ice Trae. But of course, man, we obviously got to add another guard, so let's just get to it right now. Now listen, if we're talking villains, bro, this dude's nickname is literally Dylan the Villain. You know, probably one of the current day best trash talkers in the league, our shooting guard. Obviously, it got to be Dylan Brooks. Now, I'll say this. It was hard for me to add him. I wasn't going to add him at first because y'all know he was talking a lot of trash about the GOAT. And who I'm talking about, the GOAT, we obviously all know it's LeBron. You know, you can't be talking crazy about Braun, but I had to let it slide for this video because we need it. But, you know, going off on what I just said, his role on this team definitely gonna be talking some trash, staring down some dudes, maybe shove a couple people here and there, and he can play some lockdown defense for us too, so that's what we're gonna use him for. You can see I tried to sketch like a menacing look in his eyes. I don't know, like made his pupils a little bit smaller, tried to do that. But here's the thing, you know, when it comes to like the shooting guard position, I really couldn't think of any other like real villains at this role. Like who else would be like a villain at this position? I know Booker, he can talk a little crazy on the court. I see him all the time, but he's not really like, I don't like really look at him like that. Now if I was doing like an all-time list, y'all know who I would have had to put here. It would have obviously been Michael Jordan. Hey, you know, MJ, he definitely was a menace on that court. Now you can obviously see like what I did with Trae. I tried to sprinkle in some fantasy, maybe like anime elements into it too. I was gonna draw like Dylan Brooks with a sword, like have a sword on his back and have it look like he's about to pull it out, because you know this roster, like I said, it gotta look intimidating, gotta look menacing. But you know I wasn't able to pull that sword thing off. It wasn't looking right. You ain't really ready for real. But hey man, you can see as an update, we got our backcourt together. You know, we got our point guard, our shooting guard. It looking menacing, but now we got to go ahead and add our small forward. Now listen, man, y'all know we had to include this, man. We can't make this team without KD. Now, I'm actually basing this off an older drawing I did of Durant a while back, but I'm gonna make a big adjustment to it. And that big adjustment is gonna be adding a phone in his hand. You know, y'all know why. You know, y'all know KD got those burner accounts where he talks crazy on. He talks some trash on his main account too, but he gotta have his phone in his hand typing something up right here. You know, he's not wasting any time. He pulled that phone out right away. Now, if y'all remember earlier in the video, I did say I want this team to be competitive too. So obviously adding Durant, unguardable 7-foot shooter, that's gonna do just that. You know, we're obviously gonna have some instant offense. We're gonna have some instant offense. He can go right into his mid-range shot. Nothing you can do about that. And we got Trae Young too to help with offense. Dylan Brooks, like I said, he's gonna be there for defense, pushing people, talking some stuff here and there. But you know, all I'm saying is this is a competitive team so far. But hey man, like I always say, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Let me know if I'm getting this roster right, if I've been making the right picks. Cause you can see who we got. Hey man, this team is looking like a team of monsters, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, we still just getting started. We got some key people we gotta add. Now, hey man, this one right here, this should have been a given. This is our team captain, I'm not gonna lie. This is the team captain, the team leader. Bro, Draymond, he for sure got a spot. You know, a solidified spot on his roster. And you know, to try to add to like the villain aura, I obviously used a heavy anime Dragon Ball Z reference for this and just did a little bit of cleaning up with my ink lines right here so you can see a more polished version. But you know, I've been a GM all video, the general manager of this team all video, and I feel like I've been making the right calls. You know, hey, I'm putting this team together right. Now, as you can see, I'm just doing like the starting 5 here, but who would be the 6th man for this team? Y'all gotta let me know who would be the 6th man. You know, cause I got some choices in mind, but I do want to see what y'all say, what y'all suggest. Let me just get in on this jersey and add some of the little Golden State details. We had to draw them in the classic Golden State jersey too. But hey man, how we feeling so far about this team? Let me know what your thoughts so far. Obviously, we gotta add our big man, so let's get to that now. Now you can see for the big, I had to go with Embiid, but you know, only because he seems like the only like big man that like talks trash like here and there and gets under people's skins. I don't think there's that many villains as big men right now in the current league. But since we got a starting 5 right now, I had to put this team in 2K. You know, look at it. I had to test it out. You know, I gotta test out this roster for real. But you can see I'm on defense right now with Brooks. Hey, we gotta have some lockdown defense with this team. But hey, that's SGA. Don't worry about that. You know, he got me there, but don't worry about it. Now listen, it's been a minute since I played 2K. I haven't played 2K in years. I'm a little bit rusty. You can see I still got it. I still got it a little bit, but right, it's been years since I played 2K, so I am super rusty. But you know, that's not gonna stop me from getting Durant involved. You know, let me just get him a little warm up, give him a warm up shot real quick, Green. Listen, man, they must have forgot who that man is. They forgot what he does. Now, like I said, this villain roster, this is a defensive team. You know, we got some good players on. You can see right there, some good players on defense. You know, this is our villain point guard right here with the ball, Ice Trae. No, you might as well get him involved too. We gotta get him involved. Right, it's too easy. This isn't, by the way, this isn't on rookie before y'all start. You know, I'm not playing on the easiest difficulty. This isn't, Hall of Fame is the hardest difficulty. I know this is like one below that. I think this is Superstar. But listen, you could tell too, because I was getting cooked by SGA. I'm not gonna lie. I did say I was a little bit rusty, but he was cooking me all game. I should have cut that. I should have cut that out the video. But like I keep on reiterating through this video, I was putting together a competitive, I wanted this team to be good. Like, we're not just doing like villain for the aesthetics and stuff. This has to be a serious team on the court. Now you can tell, you can tell by these clips, I was mainly using the 2-man Ice Trae and KD. That was my go-to. Ooh, you know, he a little bit too open right there. Can't do that. But I did try to get Draymond involved right here. Tried to do a little something. Let's see what he do if he get. Nah, that ain't happening. Nah. But listen, I am gonna use him on defense. Like I said, he's gonna be there for that. But you know, I just wanted to do a little testing. Just test out the roster, see how they look, see what we can do with this team. But let me get back to the draw, man. I just got a few little details to add to Embiid, and then I'll fade into the reveal. But before that happens, y'all know to hit the subscribe and the like button. It does help a long way, so let's get into it. But you can see we got our starting lineup of NBA villains, the best NBA villains in the league. Y'all let me know if I made the right choices and what type of starting lineup should I draw next. And if you want to see some more NBA videos, oh look, I got them lined up right here. You can just click on them right here. But thank you guys for watching the video. New videos coming soon, and I'm out.